you define annotations on the Argo CD application, and you specify the project and the environment, and it links the two up for you automatically behind the scenes. So as you add more Argo CD applications, you just have to do the annotation, and it'll just automatically kind of work. Very similar if you're familiar with our target roles or target tags or whatever we want to call them today, where
Yeah.
if I add a new cluster with a particular target role, I really don't have to reconfigure anything. It just kind of hydrates itself. Now, that's for the deployment target itself. But when it comes to the actual step itself, the experience, it's very similar to any other step in your deployment process. It's really the different configuration values and what the actual step does. It's going to be different, but in terms of editing or adding or doing anything along those lines, it's the exact same experience for everybody, which is actually really cool. Excuse me, because that means that I can not only deploy to Argo, but I can also deploy to other components in the same deployment process. And I think that's one of the big, I want to say, I think that's one of the big benefits of this integration is because, let's say, for example, I want to also deploy to my database. And I've used, say, Flyaway or Liquidbase or any other of the other tools that are out there, and I already have that integration already built up. Well, now I can invoke that from my deployment process in Octopus, in step one, and then in step two, do the deployment to Argo, and then step three, send out a notification. So you get this kind of consistent process for all of your different applications. Other ones were like, no, we want to use Argo. So we want to have that kind of capability where, yeah, we're going to be flexible on what we're going to deploy to, but the exact same process, the exact same experience of this is how we build out a deployment process, this is how we manage our variables, all of that can be standardized.